Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 24th. We're going to just jump right in here, Scorpio. And I'm going in the wrong order. We're going to see what comes up for you this week, Scorpio. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you this week, Scorpio. But let's see here, Scorpio. Definitely could be a Pisces coming in for you. You showed up in the Pisces reading as coming in for them, and they show up right here. So if you're looking for love, could be a Pisces, could be any sign. This is just a general reading, but it could also be a fire sign for some of you that you're dealing with. But again, take what resonates and leave the rest here, Scorpio. You start off with this protection card. Definitely need to take, it popped into my head right away. I feel like this is a risk that you need to take. This risk is going to change your life, plain and simple. You have the moon, the King of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is your life changing. The moon is you kind of taking a risk because the moon is a card of mysteries. It's a card of illusions, fantasies, and scary things, all those things, right? But the moon, as I always say, does not say stop. The moon says keep going. There's a path straight down the moon card. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying you need to continue on your journey. You are protected at this time. You even have the King of Wands here. And I don't want to get too far ahead, but the King of Wands can represent being protected from fire. Normally, on a traditional King of Wands, he would have like a salamander or salamanders on his cloak on this card. And the salamanders in tarot represent being protected from fire, being protected from taking a risk. So again, in this first row, you have the moon, the King of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like saying kind of like limited time opportunity. And so I feel like there's an opportunity that's coming in for you, and it's like there's a certain amount of time that you have to get moving on this opportunity before it passes by. So I would definitely get moving here towards this opportunity, whatever it may be for you, because again, it's going to lead to a total turnaround here with the Wheel of Fortune. I am getting a side message here. Again, I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past. Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands, Five of Cups, like disappointment, right? Major disappointment. So if you were dealing with a fire sign in the past, I would be careful of that energy. Wheel of Fortune is one of the only cards in the deck that I consider someone coming back from the past. But again, Wheel of Fortune, I don't consider it to be a good thing when a person comes back from the past. For others, I am getting something about your karma here as well. It's almost like you're receiving karmic rewards. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. You might be saying the Ten of Wands is a card of burdens, and you would be correct. Yes, the Ten of Wands is a card of burdens, but tens represent the end in tarot. So it always cracks me up when people, other readers, things like that, I'm not calling anyone out on YouTube, but just pretty much anyone talks about how bad the Ten of Wands is. It's like tens are the end. There's nothing after it. So, to me, it doesn't matter that you experience burdens with the Ten of Wands because it's the end. And the Nine of Pentacles is your reward. To me, this is basically saying that the universe has not forgotten you is not forgetting all the work that you've put into something, and you're about to get your rewards. Ten of Wands, really, if you want to get technical about it, Ten of Wands says keep going. On a traditional Ten of Wands, there's like a village that the guy that's carrying the Ten of Wands, he's walking towards a village. It basically says he's almost at the end. Like, why quit now? He's almost at the end of his journey. So, don't quit on something. Here is Scorpio. But Scorpio, let's keep this going. I want to see what else we get for you here, Scorpio. Queen of Cups. Definitely a very kind, caring, nurturing energy. That really kind of changes the moon to being more intuition for you because the Queen of Cups is a very intuitive card. So I would trust your intuition this week. I feel like you could be receiving intuitive messages. Also, divine counterparts if you're looking for love. You have the Two of Pentacles here and the Fool. There you go. New beginning. Time for a leap of faith. Time to take a risk. Exactly what I said. The Fool is literally the card of taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. So some sort of leap of faith is going to lead to this right here. The Nine of Pentacles. It's like the Two of Pentacles juggling, going back and forth in your head, wondering, do I want to put the work in? Because Two of Pentacles is a card of hard work, but it's also kind of like the card of like work hard, play hard. So for some of you, I feel really just more intuitively, I'm getting like, do you want to invest your energy into a new beginning? Do you want to invest in starting something new, creating something new? The answer is yes, by the way. You have the Fool, something very good. This, whatever this leap of faith you're taking here is, it's going to be something very good for you. It's funny because I read the Queen of Cups as you, Scorpio. A lot of people read the Queen of Cups as Cancer, and it can represent Cancer. I mean, there's no reason it couldn't, but I read it as your card, so very interesting. Next, you have the Fork in the Road card, so you have a choice to make. Two of Pentacles would also say you have a choice to make. My thing is that the waves on the Two of Pentacles, they go from very small to bigger, and I have no clue. Sorry, for whatever reason, Mercury retrograde, right? I can't tell if it's focusing or not, but you're just gonna have to trust me if you can't see it. The waves are starting small, and they're getting bigger as they go this way. So it's like something is pulling at you here in a lot of ways. We have the Moon, which affects the tides, right? And you have the two cards here, the Queen and King of Cups. It's almost like something is pulling at you or tugging at you, and this is a new direction for you to move in. You have the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the King of Wands. I almost feel like that King of Swords is a challenge for you, Scorpio. The reason I say that is because I'm getting the word history, on the King of Swords. It's almost like you have history with something. The King of Wands is something new that you could be moving towards. Yeah, because King of Wands more excitement, more boldness, more going for something here. And so for a lot of you, I feel, again, this is just saying take a leap of faith and leave something behind that you've been doing for a very long time. I almost get over-analysis, which I feel like I've said to you in a recent reading with that King of Swords. It's almost like Seven of Pentacles energy, which is like analysis paralysis on the negative side of things. Seven of Pentacles is kind of like analyzing things too much, thinking, going too deep, thinking too much about what's going on or what could happen or this could happen, that could happen in my life, whatever, right? So I would get away from that energy here with the King of Swords. I almost feel like the Star is your answer. If the Star comes up, then we'll know. But let's see here what is going on for you here. That was the Six of Cups that popped out. I don't take pop-outs, especially with these tiny decks. I mean, it has nothing to do with spiritual energy. It's just like Butterfingers with the tiny cards. So that's that. You have the Strength card here. You have the Tower right there. And the Devil as well. I would definitely avoid someone from the past because you have the Devil, someone you're bound to. It's definitely a toxic situation is what I would say to you here. The Tower is like saying that there's a change coming and you're not going to be able to go back is what that's saying to me, especially with that Ten of Wands. It's almost like once you end something, Ten of Wands, it's like once it's done, right? And that's really the energy I'm getting here with the Tower. You've been getting the Tower quite a bit. It is your card, but I'm also getting action. The Tower is tied to Mars. And that's why, and also, Mars is the co-ruler of Scorpio, so that's why it represents you, Scorpio. But that's popping into my head. I have never said that in all of my tarot readings, right? And so it's popping into my head as Mars energy, the Tower. It's almost like it's saying you need to take action on something. You need to take a leap of faith. If you don't, you are going to experience more burdens. It's like, look at this Ten of Wands. She's just kind of like standing here and she's picking flowers, but she's just like staying in place. She's not walking towards a village, like I said, on a traditional Ten of Wands. The guy is walking towards the village. He's about to complete his journey. It's almost like she is suffering burdens that she doesn't need to suffer. And I feel that could be you, Scorpio. You could be currently suffering burdens that you don't need to suffer. What happens if you take action? Nine of Pentacles. Pre-Empress energy. So I would take action towards something new, or I would get moving towards like something new here. I would cut yourself free with that Devil energy is what I would say here in a lot of ways. I feel that, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is definitely, it's like you're trying to remove yourself from something here. Knight of Cups, hesitation. Knight of Cups is a card of hesitating. It's a card of questioning as well. He is hesitating because he is afraid to cross that river that's on this card. So I almost feel that could be the challenge here, Scorpio, is kind of crossing the river or trusting that your emotions are guiding you at this time. I feel like your emotions are telling you to do something, whether it's release something, start something new, take a leap of faith, take a risk. You have the Page of Pentacles next. Good news. I feel like there's good news coming in for you. So, not terrible, right? Definitely a challenge, for sure. Not going to sugarcoat it, right? But I do feel that there's good news coming in for you. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Five of Cups. Somebody's showing you something here. Five of Cups. Five of Cups, normally crying over spilt milk, crying over spilt wine, whatever you want to call it. But there's two cups behind this guy. As I always say, he's crying because he also can't cross the river in front of him. Right here, Knight of Cups, he can't cross the river to get to the castle. But if he turned around, he would see the two cups. He would also see a bridge that leads to the castle. The castle represents safety, security, comfort, protection, abundance as well. What's inside of that castle is the Ten of Pentacles, so everything that he wants, the tree of life, basically. So I feel for some of you, this is saying that someone is showing you something. The King of Swords to me is really the card of the mentor, but I'm almost getting like false mentors. I feel for some of you, you've had people that you've looked up to, but it's like I feel like you're seeing these people's lives falling apart, or you're seeing things about people that you've looked up to, and it's like you're seeing them kind of fade away. And this Emperor, I feel like, is a true mentor. Is someone, it's like they really live their talk. Let's put it that way. It's not even like they walk the walk. I feel like they say things, but they really live it. They really embrace things. So it's like you're looking up to better people, I feel, in the future. For others, again, Nine of Pentacles pre-Empress energy, and is a card of gratitude and luxuries, having more than enough in your life. The Emperor is like having a solid plan to get that, to have more than enough. So what's the problem here? You have the Four of Cups. You're not seeing evidence that your life is getting better. I feel like that's a challenge. It's like your life is getting better. Nine of Pentacles tells us that, but the Four of Cups is the lack of evidence. I don't know. We're going to end up pulling another row for you here, Scorpio. I feel like I've been saying Cancer this whole time, so I apologize if I've been saying Cancer. But Scorpio, I feel that there is a lack of evidence. You have the King of Pentacles here as well. And the Ten of Swords, this needs to be let go of, whatever this is, this past person, right? It's like if you take a leap of faith towards someone claiming that they're your knight in shining armor, that you should love them, that they love you, boom, heartbreak, right? Major, falling apart. If you go this way and choose to totally cut something off, you might not see the evidence right away, but you are going to end up Nine of Pentacles. You are going to end up in a much better position. Very simple reading. All three water signs were kind of similar. Actually, I should just say Cancer was really the only one that was kind of similar to yours. And it was similar in the sense that so if you have Cancer in your chart, I would definitely watch that reading. But it was similar in the sense that it's almost like you're cutting something out is the answer for you. And you are protected if you feel like this is a mistake. For some of you, could be a job, could be a business, but I feel like you need to cut something out. You will receive your karmic rewards here if you do it, is what I'm really getting, is that, there is a major element of karma here. I just want to get more. I'm not going to ask anything specific here, Scorpio. I'm just going to ask for general details on this situation. And you have the Strength card again. Now, Strength card you have twice. Strength can represent a display of strength. And I do get this energy of people doubting you, which I feel like is causing doubts inside of you, like emotionally. And that could be kind of guiding you, is what I would say here, Scorpio. So I would be careful of getting your emotions involved in like what people think of your life. You have the Page of Wands, more open to discovery, so I definitely like to see that. And you have the High Priestess. I'm laughing because this whole reading is basically you just needing to take a risk. The High Priestess is mysteries. Again, could be a Pisces coming in for some of you if you're looking for love. Although I feel like this reading is more about you, Scorpio. I prefer to do about you readings in the first place. Who cares about everybody else, right? So, I prefer my readings to be big picture about your life readings. To me, it's more important. And then everything else will follow. It's like if you fix yourself, then everything else will just fall into place, right? And then you don't have to worry about anything. So that's what I'll say there. But it's like a mystery. Page of Wands, card of discovery. So for some of you, it's like I feel like you need to kind of move towards mysteries or things that you see as a mystery. It's like some sort of risk that you have to take. Let's see. Let's clarify it deeper. You have the Temperance card. You can turn anything around that you desire. Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Temperance is, again, he's trying to turn water into wine. He is trying to, it's a card of alchemy. It's a card of being able to turn a negative into a positive as well, which I feel you could easily do. You have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, a lot of this is pushing you towards going on an adventure. I feel like this reading is like saying, if you're in a place where you're constantly just dealing with burdens, I feel like it's time to leave that and have a tower moment, right? We can cause a tower moment. There's a person on this card right here, right? One person is like this. They're being pushed out of the tower. The other person dive in head first. This guy right here, the guy in the red, be the guy in the red. He is saying, you know what, F it. I'm going to jump out of this tower. It's on fire. So for some of you, it's like you're on a boat. It's sinking. It's time to jump out. It's time to get into the life raft, right? And I feel like the life raft for you is something new. For some of you, it could be like you're in a business. I do see financial things here. It's like something financial, just not cutting it. Just not good enough, right? I feel like there can be something better. And so I feel like this is saying, take the leap of faith. You will be happy you did. Is it going to hurt a little bit? Sure, right? But it's like those who are willing to endure a little bit of pain end up very successful. So, and I'm not even saying this is going to be painful. I feel like things are going to be good for you rather quickly. Same thing in love. It's like maybe you're in a relationship and maybe you're carrying all the weight. This is saying stop, end it, right? Empress, boom. There you go. There's your glow up right there. Emperor, Empress, divine counterparts. For a lot of you, I feel like you could be moving towards a new relationship. Could be a fire sign, for sure, or someone who has fire in their chart or is very fiery. And this is your glow up as well. You're going from the Nine of Pentacles to the Empress by kind of starting a new journey. For some of you, I feel like this reading is just saying, start something new. And that is your answer. I don't know what else to say here, Scorpio, but definitely like karmic rewards coming in for you. I almost feel like this is like what you have experienced. Like I almost feel like this is your story right here on the bottom, if that makes sense. I feel like this is part of your story. Don't get me wrong, right? But I feel like this is the journey you've been on. It's like you took a leap of faith towards something. Maybe it was with a person who is a karmic, right? And that led to the King of Wands, Devil, Knight of Cups. I feel like this person has tried to come back in the past. Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. It's led to a bunch of disappointments. Now you're more open to something new, and it's like you're focusing on yourself, right? Exactly what I said. Empress is kind of like focusing on yourself. Really, you know what? Really what I would say is ignore everything I said in this reading and focus on this right here. Empress. Empress is the energy of kind of focusing on yourself. Like I said, I feel like if everybody just focused on themselves, cleaned up their own lives, right? It's like everything would fall into place. I cannot tell you how many times I've done readings for people where it's like they go through a breakup, right? And their money situation is corrected. I've done a million videos about this because it's like literally I've seen it happen where it's like they go through a breakup. The breakup is so painful and they're so focused on the breakup that their money it fixes itself. Why is that? It's because they've removed their focus from something. It's like when you're giving something attention, then that's when you're going to experience all the problems, all the difficulties. When you remove your attention, when it's brought on to something else, then, usually things just fall into place. And that's what I'm getting here. If you could just focus on yourself, improve yourself with the Empress, kind of focus on taking care of yourself, pampering yourself, everything else is going to fall into place. I like this reading in a strange way. But there you go. Thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Scorpio, and definitely enjoy your week.